to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oregon Ducks and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Guys, back to you.
Alan, thank you. The Trojans ready to kick it away first. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Using his legs, it's Davison. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And if anything, this offense has proven one thing, man. They're stubborn. Like, they're going to continue to run the football. That's who they are. That's the identity. They haven't showed great numbers, and they haven't done an elite job, but sticking with it, make this defense play honest. Now here in a third and short situation, will they do it again? They'll still have fourth down afterwards, but they're being pretty stubborn with the run game.
On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Running inside, it's Jordan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Williams open on the right side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level.
He's got it right down the field. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And this play takes a little bit of time to develop. When you're running a wheel, you get the matchup you want. This offense identifies it. They see it right away. Good protection up front, and the running back turns into a wide receiver, makes the play. But I think they found the matchup they wanted, and they went right after it.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. first snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Davison. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it on the jet sweep, looking for room outside. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Third and 6 yards to go. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Flips it out in the flat. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. He would have loved to have been able to throw the ball past the first down sticks. Couldn't get it done, and they couldn't create enough room off the dump down, Jesse.
So let's give credit to the defense then in coverage, taking all of the throws away and also doing a nice job of keeping the football in front of them.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. 4th down, Moore. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They want to run it left here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. aggressive and lead the offense out there on 4th down again. More to throw for it on 4th down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Open field on the right. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Miller. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now Oregon will call it 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Maiava. Trying to ball his way in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Dante Moore. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Moore. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Maiava. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Miller with the ball. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 11 team, the Utah Utes. And it's Texas A&M coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They win their second straight game, and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and
Turning it on! He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Now this offense is back on the field. Moore. Flips it out to the back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Here's Moore to throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Moore will throw. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Finding open areas. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Tackled there by the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list, making the team one-dimensional. Nice job.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. That's reeled in. It's Bowman. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
He makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll be run out of bounds. And these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Moore. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The run inside. It's Davison. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Dante Moore. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Moore to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. They're working that left side. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
2nd and goal coming up. Moore, play action. Fires into the end zone. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Running inside, it's Miller. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Moore.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore to the air again. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Get the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Spits it out to the back. And they can't make the play on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Here's Moore to throw. Finds his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one, make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practice that all week, and it shows up big here late.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly to the tight end. Maybe a crease. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of...
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. 4th down, Moore. Under fire.